Good morning. Good morning. I'm Isabella Solorzana Moncada, Secretary for the Class of 2026 Student Council. Before we begin, I would like to set the stage for this wonderful and exciting event which marks the 65th graduation in the school's history. We need your help to make this a positive and dignified ceremony that matches the high standards we expect from our students. We want to recognize our students and celebrate their graduation in a dignified manner commensurate with this event. Please stand and applaud our graduates as they enter and applaud our graduates as they are recognized during the ceremony. As a courtesy to other families and friends, please hold your applause during the awarding of diplomas so that the next graduate's name can be heard. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please remain seated until all the graduates have exited. Thank you for your attendance and attention. Buenos días, soy Isabela Solorzano Moncada, secretaria de la clase del 2026. Antes de comenzar, me gustaría preparar el escenario para este maravilloso y emocionante evento que marca la graduación número 65 en la historia de la escuela. Necesitamos su ayuda para hacer de esta una ceremonia positiva y digna que esté a la altura de los altos estándares que esperamos de nuestros estudiantes. Queremos reconocer a nuestros estudiantes y celebrar su graduación de una manera digna y acorde con este evento. Por favor, póngase de pie y aplauden a nuestros graduados mientras entran y aplauden a nuestros graduados mientras son reconocidos durante la ceremonia. Como cortesía hacia otras familias y amigos, por favor limiten sus aplausos durante la entrega de diplomas para que se pueda escuchar el nombre del siguiente graduado. Al concluir la ceremonia, por favor permanezcan sentados hasta que todos los graduados hayan salido. Gracias por su asistencia y atención. At this time, please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem. At this time, please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem by Albert Einstein's Choral Ensemble, immediately following the presentation of colors by John F. Kennedy's Color Guard. Please be seated.
Good morning, families, friends, faculty, and honored guests. I am Alicia Marie Johnson, Assistant Principal and the Administrator for the wonderful class of 2026. Congratulations, graduates. This class holds a special place in my heart because our journeys at Einstein began together 4 years ago in the fall of 2022. It has been my sincere privilege to lead all of you to this finish line for your senior year. But I must reveal to everybody in attendance that although I helped them get to this point, they were guided by someone else who knows them for 3 years, Mr. Justin Kropp. Will you join me, Mr. Kropp? Mr. Kropp is my fellow former assistant principal and now principal of Key Middle School. we take our classes personally. We're very possessive of our classes. So, Mr. Kropp, if I may offer a brief report on the class of 2026 over the last year, they have represented Einstein with pride. They've led by example, excelled in classrooms, distinguished themselves in athletics, arts, and activities, and they have left Einstein better than when they found it, because they have had the best attendance of any senior class in recent history. Honestly, Mr. Kropp, in every measure, they have honored the investment that you made in them for the previous 3 years, and they have become young adults worthy of this celebration. And so, on behalf of the class of 2026, I am pleased to pass the microphone to you, their first administrator, for a few special words. Mr. Kropp, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson, and thank you to Einstein High School. I'm honored to be here today to celebrate with the class of 2026. It's good to be back. While I'm grateful and love the opportunity to serve Francis Scott Key Middle School as principal, I've missed being a part of the Einstein community, and I've especially missed you all. I remember the summer of 2022 was coming to an end, and we were preparing to begin the school year, your freshman year. Earlier that day, many of you had attended your Welcome to Einstein orientation, and that evening, there was a community cookout. Mr. Brown put me behind the grill, which was a lot of trust in his new assistant principal. I remember meeting so many of you and your parents and guardians for the first time. I was excited to be your administrator and to begin this high school journey alongside you. And perhaps, most importantly, nobody reported getting sick from my cooking. Shortly after the school year began, we held our first class assembly. At that assembly, I told a story. Whether you remembered it or not, I'm not going to tell it again today because you're no longer freshmen. What I want to revisit is the message behind that story. The premise was simple. When challenges emerge, it will be tempting to avoid them and say, not today. There will be days when there is more to do than you think you can handle. There will be situations that push you outside your comfort zone. There will be problems that seem larger than your ability to solve them. And during those moments, it is easy to put it off and say, not today. It is easy to distract yourself with everything except with what needs to be done. That is human nature. The story illustrated that putting things off and avoiding difficult circumstances has consequences. Challenges left unaddressed do not disappear. More often than not, they grow, they compound. They wait for us until we face them. The lesson was that our mindset must always be today. Today I face the challenge. Today I face the discomfort. Today I face the unknown. Today I get better. I also remember many of you finding it quite funny and having a running joke of saying, not today, Mr. Kropp, whenever I gave an instruction or direction. While I'm not sure that that was exactly the lesson I intended for you, it did remind me that you listened to the story. The reason I'm not retelling that assembly story is not to create mystery. It is to emphasize one word, today. Today you are graduating because you stacked your days over the last 4 years. And those days became weeks, those weeks became months, and those months became the accomplishment we celebrate today. Today is a day to reflect on all you have achieved. It is a day to celebrate and appreciate those who love and care for you. And it is also a day to be excited about your future. Whether you're heading to college, entering the workforce, serving in the military, pursuing a trade, or exploring a path that is uniquely your own, remember this: success is not determined by what happens someday. Success is built by what you choose to do today. Class of 2026, you are special because you choose courage over comfort, growth over excuses, action over avoidance. You chose today. As I look out at all of you, my heart is full. Being able to serve you all for the 3 years brought out the best in me, had a profound positive impact on my life. Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2026. Chase your goals, get after your dreams, make the most of every day.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Edson Perez, Senior Class Vice President, and I am proud to welcome students, teachers, staff, parents, families, and friends to the graduation ceremonies for the Albert Einstein High School class of 2026. We would also like to take this time to welcome our special guests, the Honorable Miss Anuva Malou, student member of the Board of Education for Montgomery County Public Schools, Dr. Thomas Taylor, Superintendent for Montgomery County Public Schools, Mr. Sean McGee, Associate Superintendent for Montgomery County Public Schools, Dr. Joe Rubens, Director of Division of School Leadership and Improvement. We also welcome our principal, Mr. Mark Brown, Jr., our student speaker, Nestor Fabritz Lugo, and our keynote speaker, Montgomery County County Executive, Mark Elrich. Last but not least, we take a moment to acknowledge our feeder school principals and assistant principals who are here to celebrate our commencement ceremony with us. Thank you to Ms. Kiera Butler from Newport Mill Middle School, Mr. Peter Crable from Sligo Middle School, Mr. Kyle Heatwell from Flora Singer Elementary School, Miss Tara Strain from Glen Haven Elementary School, Mr. Scott Stefan from Highland Elementary School, Mrs. Alyssa Royal from Oakland Terrace Elementary School, Miss Kilsis Batista from Rockview Elementary School, Mrs. Stacy Heinze from Stephen Knowles Elementary School, and Mr. Craig Jackson from Woodland Elementary School. And now, please enjoy this musical selection titled "Thank You for the Music," performed by the Albert Einstein High School Chamber Singers.
I'm nothing special, in fact, I'm a bit of a bore. When I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before. But I have a talent, a wonderful thing, 'cause everyone listens when
Good morning, graduates, families, staff, and honored guests. My name is Amelia Pratt, and I'm your senior class treasurer. It is my privilege to introduce a very special member of the Einstein family. Today's honored speaker is someone whose story began right in Kensington, Maryland. What makes his presence here this morning especially meaningful is that he is not only a public servant, he is one of us. He is a titan whose connection to this school and this community spans 6 decades. 60 years ago, he too walked the halls of Albert Einstein High School in a different building, but on the very same soil. After graduating from Einstein, he dedicated his life to serving the people of Montgomery County. His journey has included years as an elementary school teacher, service on the Tacoma Park City Council, 12 years on the Montgomery County Council, and since 2018, service as Montgomery County's county executive. Throughout his career, he has remained committed to giving back to his community, expanding opportunities, and improving the lives of county residents. Mr. Elrich's life serves as a reminder that the students seated before us tonight have the power to shape the future of Montgomery County, our nation, and our world. Class of 2026, please join me in welcoming a proud Albert Einstein High School alumnus, Montgomery County's county executive, and a lifelong champion for public service, Mr. Mark Elrich.
Let's see. Is this working okay? Great. I have a terrible relationship with microphones, so getting them right has always been a challenge. Good morning, everybody. Before I say anything to the students, I want to thank all the adults who helped get them here today. In case you don't know, now you do though, I'm an Einstein grad, class of 67. Maybe what you don't know is my daughter and 2 of my granddaughters went through the amazing art program at Einstein, and I was just there for one of my granddaughter's exhibits a couple of weeks ago in the evening, and it was really nice. A diploma may have one student's name on it, but nobody gets here alone. So parents, family members, teachers, and school staff spent years encouraging these graduates, worrying about them, teaching them, and believing in them. This moment belongs to all of you, so thank all of you. And now to the Albert Einstein class of 2026 graduates. A few nights ago, my granddaughter came over to my house because she wanted to play my 12-string guitar. She had never played one. And honestly, I was probably happier that night than I'd been in a long time. We sat there for almost 2 hours playing guitars, talking about music, and it reminded me that music does something important. Music connects generations. Music helps people make sense of the world. And as I was thinking about what to say this morning, I realized some of the best advice I could actually give you comes from 3 songs from artists I've listened to most of my life. The first is from the Rolling Stones, and the song is, "You Can't Always Get What You Want." Not exactly the inspirational message your school probably hoped I would begin with, but it happens to be true. When I was in middle school, I dreamed of being a professional baseball player or middle linebacker, but my parents wouldn't sign the stupid health release to let me play, and they wouldn't give me a permission to play when I went to college. So it didn't work out like I planned, but things are brewing in society that did capture me. My generation came of age at a turbulent time when the vision of the old world was being challenged by us, and I became engaged in civil rights. I marched in Dr. King's March on Washington when I was 12. And I went to my first of many anti-Vietnam War protests in 1962. I attended the first Earth Day events and the early women's movement protests. You're all living in a time not unlike mine, where civil rights, women's rights, climate awareness, and the push to war are all in play now. And you're going to help determine which way the arc of our society bends. Eventually, after working retail, I became an elementary school teacher. Let's hear it for Rolling Terrace Elementary School, 17 years there. I ran for office. I got elected to the Tacoma Park City Council, then the Montgomery County Council, and I ended up being Montgomery County's executive. I never thought about being a teacher or elected political official when I was a kid. That was not in my game plan. And when I graduated at Einstein, I never thought I would oversee one of the largest police departments in the county, especially because when I was younger, and in the 60s, if you had long hair, not always a good thing, I spent a lot of time trying to avoid Montgomery County Police. And so I know all the back roads to the county because that's where I drove. I knew they'd always be on the main road, so I could wind my way through neighborhoods. So go figure. So if you don't completely know what your life is going to be like yet, relax. Most people don't. Life is almost never a straight line. You're going to change your mind. You're going to fail at things. You're going to lose opportunities and discover new ones you never expected. I lost 4 elections before I won my first election to the county council. Losing happens, so does winning. Sometimes the disappointments in your life end up pushing you towards something more meaningful than what you originally planned. And that's exactly what the chorus of this song says. It says, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, well, you just might find that you get what you need. The second song I want to mention is Bruce Springsteen's No Surrender. I was at the concert last week. Some of you may not know Bruce Springsteen. It's hard to believe, but it's true. That's okay. Your grandparents know Bruce Springsteen. And when Bruce and I were growing up in the world that I mentioned earlier, it was not a world that made us comfortable. The Vietnam War was escalating. There was fear about nuclear war. Politics was angry and divisive, and civil rights leaders were being assassinated. And I graduated from Einstein in 1967. More than 1,000 young Americans were dying every month in Vietnam for a pointless war. Most of them not much older than many of you sitting here today. In the 8 years from the time I left high school until the end of the war, I protested the war at every chance I got. Some thought we were causing trouble. To be fair, we were causing trouble, but good trouble, as civil rights leader John Lewis would call it. Sometimes trouble is necessary because progress only happens when ordinary people are willing to speak up, challenge assumptions, and make other people uncomfortable. You don't have the right to be uncomfortable doing wrong things. In fact, I was an organizer of the first ever building takeover at the University of Maryland as part of a protest against the firing of 2 philosophy professors, and it quickly morphed into an anti-war demonstration. I got into so much trouble protesting at Maryland that I actually got banned from campus for 2 weeks. I was told I could come on for my classes. I had to be off campus 15 minutes after my classes were over. If you know me, banning me from doing things is probably not going to work, and it didn't. But here's why I'm telling you this. There are going to be moments in your life when it was easier to be quiet. There'll be pressure to fit in, pressure to avoid conflict, pressure to go along with things you know are wrong. Do not surrender your principles. Stay engaged with the world around you. Care about your community. Pay attention to who gets left behind, and remember the chorus to the song, No Surrender. And here are my favorite parts of that song. It says, well, we made a promise we swore we'd always remember. No retreat, baby, no surrender. Like soldiers in the winter night with a vow to defend. No retreat, baby, no surrender. That has stuck with me a long time. And that brings me to the last song, Woody Guthrie's This Land Is Your Land, written during the Great Depression. What I've always liked about that song is that it reminds us that this country belongs to all of us. Not just some people, all of us. No matter where your family came from, no matter what language your grandparents spoke, no matter your race, religion, or background, you belong here. And Montgomery County takes that seriously. When I attended Einstein, Montgomery County was a very different place than it is today. When I moved to the county in 1961, we were largely segregated. If you were in a black or Jewish family, you probably couldn't find an apartment to rent or a house to buy in Montgomery County because there are covenants banning the sale and rental of property to blacks and Jews in this county. That's 1961. They don't go away till 1967. There were places where people simply weren't welcome. Some people romanticize the past, but parts of the past deserve to stay in the past. Today, Montgomery County is one of the most diverse counties anywhere in America. And we're stronger because people finally got a seat at the table. Now your generation inherits both the opportunities and problems of this county, this country, this state, this nation, and this planet. And I know the world you're entering can feel overwhelming at times. It felt that way to me. Housing's expensive. That wasn't true when I was a kid. Politics is exhausting, still true. Climate change is happening. Artificial intelligence is changing jobs and education in real time, and it has the ability to distort the world. Be careful with what you touch. Billionaires have way too much control in this society, and people spend too much time yelling at each other. But every generation eventually comes to think the world is falling apart. My generation thought that too. Where you are today, I was here nearly 60 years ago. But every generation also has the ability to shape what comes next. That part never changes. Over the years, many people told me that things I believed were unrealistic or politically impossible. I should never have gotten elected. Some of those same ideas are now widely discussed across the country. History changes, usually slower than we want, sometimes faster than we expect. If there's one thing I want to leave you with this morning, it's this. Do not spend your life trying to be important. Spend your life trying to become useful. Spend your life useful to your family, useful to your friend, useful to your community, useful to the people who need help. And then, I'll give you one last quote from Hamlet, which I learned in my English class in high school. And the quote goes like this: "This above all, to thine own self be true." I learned that quote in 12th grade English, and it has always been with me. There is nothing more important than being authentically who you are and doing what you honestly believe. Most of the people who hold communities together never appear on television or have a lot of social media followers. They teach kids, they help neighbors, they coach teams, they care for families, and they show up when people need them. They choose the work that matters. That's why I became an elementary school teacher in one of the most impacted schools in the county. I never dreamed of that, but it happened. And here's the last stanza of "This Land Is Your Line," the Woody Guthrie song that I mentioned. It goes like this: "Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking that freedom highway. Nobody living can ever make me turn back. This land was made for you and me." Remember that. So one day, many years from now, you may find yourself sitting with your grandchildren, listening to music together, maybe playing, looking back on a life that probably turned out very differently than what you expected, but maybe better in ways you never could have imagined. That's your future. Congratulations, class of 2026, and thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jonathan Wowdy. Before I say anything to the students, I want to thank all of the adults who helped get them here today. In case you don't know, I'm an Einstein graduate, class of '67. My daughter and Good morning, everyone. My name is Jonathan Wowdy. Today, I'd like to introduce Nestor Fabrice Lugo. Nestor has been a huge part of the Einstein community, whether on a tennis court or a podium, in the pool or in the pit. Nestor has always contributed to the space he shares and the people he surrounds himself with. More often than not, you could find Nestor hitting a drum or blowing into a horn in the instrumental music room. Always full of questions and eager to share big ideas. Nestor's energy and the personality are unmatched and so genuinely him. If we were not at graduation, you'd probably see him in a suit or a bucket hat, or maybe even both. Nestor's passion and dedication to music have helped it to support and drive some of Einstein's most exciting concerts and productions. Along the way, he successfully promoted gray hairs amongst his teachers and the importance of safe ear protection amongst his classmates. This fall, Nestor will be heading off to the University of Delaware to study music education. And I have no doubt that he will continue to represent Einstein and do everything he does with pride. Please join me in welcoming Nestor Bruce Lugo.
A jack of all trades is a master of none. Many know this phrase to be what it is. A jack of all trades isn't a master of anything. They can do almost everything, but they aren't devoted to one specific thing. This saying has been around since 1618. It originated in Geoffrey Minshall's Essays and Characters of a Prison and Prisoners, which he wrote when he was incarcerated for debt. Now, I'm not saying go into a pool of student debt, but I am telling you to take his saying to heart, especially when times become hard. Here is the full phrase. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. Take a moment. Look to your left. Look to your right. Now look who's behind you as well. We are amongst future doctors, politicians, actors, visual artists, musicians, teachers, plumbers, electricians, nurses, and the list goes on. As a senior class, we are the phrase better than a master of one because with our skills, we are going to achieve so much. We're going to be in different parts of the country, and yes, we will be going global. From studying abroad, learning about different cultures, to studying in a lab on how to cure cancer. We will be in all the trades, contributing to society, making the world a better place. What I hope you carry with you is the second part of the phrase, oftentimes better than a master of one. We're all going on our different paths to follow a dream that we might have had as a child, mastering many skills along the way, whether that is being an Olympic gymnast or going to school to become the next great architect of our time. I want you to remember to appreciate the small things that make your life fun, that have made our past 4 years of high school together unforgettable. I want you to make sure that you keep those things in your lives because it's the little things, the details that enhance your life and who you are. That ensures that you will be more than a master of one. Some of you may not, but I know of Einstein seniors who are not just graduating with a high school diploma, but also graduating with an associate's degree through dual enrollment at Montgomery College. There's seniors who are not only pursuing a degree in sports, media, and communication in college, but have already been putting this into practice with streaming fall and spring sports events. Additionally, some of us have graduated with distinction in apprenticeships programs as electricians, plumbers, and dental hygienists. Furthermore, some of us have excelled in the fine arts, having their dance piece they composed themselves performed at the Regional High School Dance Festival. Like I said, we are going global. It's only a matter of time. Along the way, I want you to remember your childhood passions. If those have changed since you were a child, that's okay. Just use these new passions to fuel your future dreams. Never forget about that 5-year-old you who wanted to be an airplane pilot, or wanted to play in the school jazz band, or be a fashion designer. A dream is only a dream because it's imaginary. And for most dreams, they can happen in real life if you just work hard enough. You can be more than a master of one. More than ever, we need to fuel the dreams that have kept us going to this point and foster them so we can take them to new heights, so we can take them to the new construction firm that you might have just founded, so we can take them to the Grammys, so we can take them to the Oval Office. Class of 2026, we collectively embody the jack of all trades phrase because of our breadth of knowledge that spans so far. As we all embark on our individual journeys, think about what makes you happy. Think about what has made you happy these past 4 years, and make sure to carry that with you. Always remember what makes you happy and makes you dream, and never forget it. Class of 2026, be the jack of all trades, a master of none, but infinitely better than a master of one. Thank you.
Beautifully spoken, Nestor. In fact, Nestor is such a master of many things. We have to wait for him to get set with the jazz ensemble before we move on with our program. But in the meantime, I have to do this. Seniors, you know I have to do this, right? Class of 2026, make some noise! Mr. Brown dared me that I wouldn't do that, but I've done it and it's out the way. Thank you all so much. We are moving along in our program. Please enjoy our next musical selection from the Einstein Jazz Ensemble titled Just Friends.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kendra Brown, and I am a proud graduating senior at Albert Einstein High School. Throughout my years here, I've been involved in basketball, flag football, and track. Thank you all for being here to celebrate our amazing Einstein class of 2026. This morning, I have the pleasure of introducing someone who has impacted so many students, our principal, Mr. Mark Brown Jr., or as we call him, Money Mark Brown. Now, because we have the same last name, I've been asked countless times if we're related. To answer that, no, we're not. But honestly, Mr. Brown has treated us all like family. You can truly tell he wants the best for every student at Einstein. Being a student athlete, I've seen and experienced firsthand the support he gives his students. I'll never forget this one flag football game. We were tied and going into overtime. Everyone was nervous and frustrated. Tension was high. Right before we went back onto the field, Mr. Brown stepped in and spoke to us like a coach who genuinely cared. He calmed us down, gave us great advice, and helped us walk back onto that field with confidence. We ended up winning that game. It's moments like those that show a few motivational words can make such a big difference. But that's just who he is as a person. He's someone who cares. Mr. Brown is always there for us. Whether you see him on Main Street or in the halls, he's checking in on you, asking how you're doing, making sure you're okay. Then, directly after, he's telling you to get to class. But we all know that's because he cares. He wants to see each one of us win. Time and time again, Mr. Brown always shows up for us, no matter the occasion, sports game, school events, or even just a normal school day. He motivates us, encourages us, and constantly reminds us that at Einstein, we have people rooting for our success. And that's one of the reasons we're here today. Above all, Mr. Brown has been more than just a principal. He has been a mentor and a role model to so many students, including me. He constantly pushed us to be our best selves, and for that, I will be forever grateful. We will be forever grateful. Mr. Brown, thank you for everything. Your support and belief in your students has made a real difference in all of us. So please join me in welcoming to the stage our principal, Mr. Mark Brown Jr.
Good morning. I am Money Mark Brown Jr., principal here at Albert Einstein High School. I'm humbled to be here before you to present to you the graduating class of 2026, I want to say thank you to my niece Kendra for her heartfelt introduction. Okay, that was a joke. She's not my niece, I just met her yesterday. But I do appreciate your words, Kendra, thank you. I want to also say thank you to our graduation coordinator, Ms. Sarah Rivera, and to the incredibly supportive staff who played a part in planning and execution of this ceremony. I want to extend greetings to our distinguished guests who are here with us on the stage this morning, Dr. Joe Rubens, Director of the Einstein Cluster, Mr. Sean McGee, Associate Superintendent, Dr. Thomas Taylor, Superintendent, Montgomery County Public Schools, the Honorable Ms. Anuva Malou, student member of the school board, Ms. Kim Fields, Chief Technology Officer, Dr. Moran, former director, former associate superintendent of the Einstein Cluster, currently the Chief of School Leadership in Montgomery County Public Schools, and of course, our county executive and Einstein alum, Mr. Mark Elrich. I also want to thank our triple threat assistant principal, Ms. Alicia Marie Johnson, your grade level administrator for the first 3 years at Einstein and current principal at Francis Scott Key Middle School, Mr. Justin Kropp. Our amazing assistant principals, Ms. Aisha Rook and Mr. Harold Dawkins, and special shout out to Ms. Kia Davis, assistant principal, who unfortunately can't be here with us this morning. And who could forget our amazing senior class sponsor, Ms. Nora Dever. I too acknowledge the Einstein Cluster principals who are here with us today. We celebrate you today and your accomplishments because of them as well. Would the Einstein Cluster principals please stand again? Thank you for your support. Greetings to our Albert Einstein High School parents, guardians, and caretakers, to our phenomenal faculty and staff, and to you, the Albert Einstein High School class of 2026, good morning and congratulations. If you are a parent, guardian, or caretaker of one of our graduates, will you please stand to be recognized? Rich aunties and broke uncles, you can stand too. Oh, they didn't hear me. I said the rich aunties and broke uncles, you can stand too. There we go. I want to personally thank you for entrusting us with the care of your children over the past 4 years. Thank you for supporting us while we supported you. I know some of you worked extra hard for your child to be here and to graduate today, so congratulations to you as well. To the faculty and staff at Albert Einstein High School, I did the math. Most students arrive at school at 7:30, and most leave by 2:30. If you're on an athletic team, practice starts at 3. For some, it starts at 3:30, or maybe even later. Practice usually runs around 2 hours, give or take. If a student has a game like basketball, they stay in the building until the end of the game, which could be around 8:30 p.m., usually twice a week. If they're on a track team, they're catching the bus at 6:30 a.m. on Saturday morning and leaving the track meet, hopefully, by 3:30 p.m. If you dance for Titanis, you show up when Ms. Perot tells you to, and you go home when Mr. Rodriguez tells you. Who knows when that might be? It is what it is, and it is not mathematically possible for me to add up all the long hours, days, nights, and weekends the marching band, stage members dedicate to practice and during performances, or any of the other extracurricular activities students are involved in. So what's my point? My point is that on any given day, these graduates spend anywhere between 7 to 13 hours of their 24-hour day in the presence of a staff member at Albert Einstein High School. Perspective matters. So when I say thank you, parents, for entrusting us with your children, it's not in jest. Thank you. As rewarding that, you're welcome. As rewarding as this profession is, it is one of the few where the employee gives more than they receive, because there is no greater investment you can make in a person than to give them your time, which you'll never get back. If you are a current or former staff member of Albert Einstein High School, will you please stand? I want to be clear that while these graduates' caretakers may be here today or watching them from afar online, these are your children. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of the graduates' families for a job well done. To our esteemed guests, please allow me a moment to share a little bit about our students. Graduates, if I mention your name or I make reference to one of you or a group of you, feel free to stand up and sit down, or just wave your hand if that makes you feel comfortable. Whichever you choose to do it quickly, because our time is limited and Ms. Rivera and Ms. Ligon are timing me. If you're unsure, If I'm referring to you and you don't know if you should stand or sit or wave, just don't. If you think about it, you've already missed your opportunity. You can stand when your row is called when you come across the stage to receive your diploma, and that's what matters most. Today we are graduating, don't stand up yet, but today we are graduating 424 seniors, of which 28 are expected to earn an International Baccalaureate diploma. Three are IB diploma, are bilingual IB diploma candidates, and 48 are expected to earn an IB certificate. All right, I should say that the students are going to stand and sit. We're going to hold our applause a little bit so I can keep speaking, sorry. Of our 424 graduates, 31 of you have an unweighted GPA of 4.0, 180 of you have a weighted GPA of 4.0 or above. In total, you were awarded more than $72,667,449 in scholarship money. 3 of you received the Montgomery College Board of Trustees Scholarship. Ryan Cruz Munguia received the Questbridge Scholarship to attend Northwestern. CDCC was awarded the Posse Scholarship and will be attending Solwingen. Annie Flores will be attending St. Mary's College of Maryland on the Lander Scholarship. And Amy Hernandez Diaz was awarded $816,712,000 in scholarship money. If you received a scholarship of any kind, please stand. Please remain standing if you received a full scholarship. In addition, 15 graduates earned certificates from Thomas Edison School of Technology in the fields of cybersecurity, plumbing, carpentry, architecture, and more. In fact, Judah Roll helped build the house at 12402 O'Fallon Street, Silver Spring, Maryland, which is set to hit the market at $799,000. So I will say, yes, ladies, Judah can build a house. Now, Judah, I gave you the assist, the rest is up to you. 17 of you earned an Academy of Finance certificate, and 30 of you are graduated with honors from the Visual and Performing Arts Academy, better known as VAPA. And 77 are earning a VAPA certificate. If you are a graduate of the world-class Visual Arts Center, please stand up. These 24 outstanding artists and students alone have been awarded $8.3 million in scholarship. And Zoe Kim is one of 8 students in the nation to be recognized as a Scholastic Arts Awards Gold Medal Portfolio winner. The class of 2026 has really taken advantage of the opportunity to access a well-rounded curriculum as evidenced by the 1,403 total AP exams you have taken, which is an average of just over 3 AP exams per graduate. And collectively, you've taken 382 IB exams. This year, we made a concerted effort to reduce the number of chronically absent students. In fact, we made a concerted effort to discontinue using the term chronically absent. Instead, under Ms. Johnson's leadership, we focus our efforts on being chronically present. We put it out there, you accepted the challenge. If you are wearing a silver graduation cord because you are a member of the Chronically Present Club, also known as the Principal's Attendance Honors, meaning you missed less than 10% of the school year, please stand. Last year, unfortunately, only 49% of the senior class ended the school year as a chronically present student. This year, however, we are proud to share that 322 of our 424 graduates, which is just over 70%, missed less than 10% of school this year. This improvement is a big part of the reason why Albert Einstein High School was able to lead the county in the decrease in students who were chronically absent by over 9%. Thank you for leading this effort, Ms. Johnson. The Maryland Syllabi Literacy is awarded to students who meet state requirements in which confirm that a student can read, write, and speak proficiently in a language other than English. This year, 105 students earned the Maryland Syllabi Literacy, and 5 students, like Paulina Mann, earned the Syllabi Literacy for being proficient in 2 languages other than English. So if you're keeping up and keeping count, that means they can speak fluently and write proficiently in 3 languages, including English. The Certificate of Meritorious Service is awarded to students who have completed 240 or more SSL hours since middle school. 85 students in the class of 2026 have been awarded this honor, and combined, the class of 2026 has amassed 130,643 total service learning hours, which is such a selfless and outstanding accomplishment. And not that we're competing, but if you were, that's 56,759,000 more hours than the class of 2025, and you did it with fewer students. As for athletics, you can't win them all, but this year we had the chance to witness the boys volleyball team win them all. Coach Ochoa, thank you for your leadership. The boys volleyball team finished with an undefeated record for the first time in the school's history. Field hockey, along with the girls lacrosse team, both won division championships. In 2023, Luke Burks and Zane Peterson were members of the state championship boys cross country team. While not an MCPS sport, Olivia Green's team finished second in the world in acrobatic gymnastics, earning a silver medal for the USA team. And for the very first time ever, our Palms team won the county championship, and the Einstein fans were decked out in our neon colors, and we won the Spirit Award. Speaking of spirit, this year marks the 60th graduation reunion from Albert Einstein High School for our county executive, Mark Elridge. Mr. Elridge was among the first students to ever walk the halls at Albert Einstein High School, laying the foundation and establishing the culture for the place you all have come to learn and love, the place that I have come to learn to love, and the place where, after just 1 year, Bryce Edmonds described as being the best high school experience ever. This is due in part to the torch that you continue to carry since Einstein opened its doors in 1962, that Mr. Elridge passed to you, and the spirit of Einstein that you continue to hold high. When I'm asked what I like most about Albert Einstein High School, without hesitation, I always say the students. You all are amazing individuals, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to have been your principal. I'm sorry the building services team didn't let you into the gymnasium so you can have your rave for your senior prank, but I did give them a challenge to keep you out, and they did, and I appreciate them for that. To the Albert Einstein High School class of 2026, this is your time, this is your day, and this is your moment. We are proud of you, and we genuinely wish you all the best that life has to offer. Go out and make a difference in the world. Thank you. I have two short asks. So before I step away, can I have Isabella Solorzano Moncada come to the stage, please? I should say the mic, sorry. As you know, the Visual Arts Center is the longest standing application-based program in MCPS. It's been in existence for 51 years. We have the most talented artists in the state of Maryland, and as such, we select one student each year to create a personalized graduation gift for our graduation speaker. This year, Isabella was selected to be that student. And on behalf of the class of 2026, Isabella would like to present her gift to County Executive Elbridge. And if I can have Mr. Kropp come to the microphone for just one moment, please. Oh, actually, 1 second, sorry. We're next. You want to do this or you want me to do this? Okay. You can do it. You want to do it? I got it. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Albert Einstein High School, thank you. I recommend to the members of the class of 2025 as qualified candidates of the state of Maryland diploma.
All right.
2026, sorry. 2026.
Okay.
Typo.
All right. So before I begin the proclamations, I want to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today. My name is Anuva Malou, and I'm currently serving as the 48th student member of the board. So I have a quick question for you all, and Nestor kind of stole my little hook, but I want you all to look to your right and look to your left. And I'm going to ask you all, who do you see? Is it a friend, a classmate, another graduate? Well, I hope you're not in a quizzle about who you're sitting next to, but if you haven't already, please introduce yourselves. Take a second. Take a second to appreciate that, because this might be one of the last times we're all together as students. And whether you realize it or not, the people next to you have been part of your story here. Einstein was a lot of things to me, but most importantly, it became a community that welcomed me in. Even though I wasn't an Einstein student, I found myself spending more and more time here over the years. And what always stood out to me wasn't just the school itself, it was the people. Whether it was Blair versus Einstein's games, school events, or just spending time with friends, you all always showed up. I remember seeing full Einstein student sections matching our energy every time. From soccer games to cheer competitions, no other school could outdo Stein Class of 2026 spirit. And that's the truth. Some of my closest friends came from this school. Many of them supported me through challenges, celebrated successes with me, and even helped me win the SMOB election. They believed in me, encouraged me, and reminded me the importance of having people in your corner who truly matter. That's why this community means so much to me. And even though I didn't attend Einstein, so many of the people who helped shape my high school experience did. There's something truly special about a school that can make someone who doesn't even go there feel at home. And let's give it up for you all for that. Now, revisiting my first question, when I look out at all of you, I feel the energy in the stands, the support between friends, and the way this school shows up for each other, not just when it's convenient, but when it truly matters. the hallmark of a true community. But most importantly, I see the future of our communities and our world. I'm confident that the class of 2026 will make its mark just as it always has, although I have to admit that topping that senior prank might be a challenge. But I hope you all continue to bring the same Einstein spirit to all avenues of your life, making communities a home. But please remember not just the moments themselves, but the people who made them happen. Congratulations, class of 2026. By virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Education of Montgomery County, under the laws of the state of Maryland, I do now award diplomas or certificates evidencing the satisfactory completion of prescribed courses of study to the students of Albert Einstein High School. Who are recommended for graduation by the faculty of this school. In receiving this diploma or certificate, each of you is entitled to all of the privileges and honors accorded graduates of a high school accredited by the Maryland Department of Students of Education. Thank you all.
Thank you. Mr. Kropp, if you could come up.
Mr. Brown asked me to recognize our first class of 2026 student, and I am honored to do so. Jay Tirian was an Einstein student, a member of the class of 2026, a student who during his freshman year I got to know quite well. Jay was a tremendous talent, part of the Visual Arts Center. Jay had a special meaning in my life. He drew a picture of me that still hangs in my office, reminding me of the tremendous responsibility and how awesome it is to serve students and be an educator. Tragically, going into the summer of 2023, Jay had an accident, and he lost his life. It was through this tragedy and that experience during Jay's freshman year, I also got to know his parents, Desikan and Vishali, so kind, salt of the earth people. It was through that tragedy that they still stayed invested in Einstein High School the last 3 years, creating a scholarship awarded to a VAC recipient every year at the Senior Awards. And so I would like to welcome them to the stage to present to the family of Jay Tirian to represent his indelible impact on the students, school, and community of Albert Einstein High School, class of 2026.
Kate. Oh. Isabela Solórzano Moncada.
We're gonna come over here.
Amelia Jeanette Pratt. Edson Julián Pérez. Rosemarie Sotelo Ogalesco. Kendra Elizabeth Brown. Nestor Jürgen Fabriz. Jonathan Mehertu Weldy. Nola Juliette Morici Boltes. Eras Jade Caparaz. Pauline Idoli Cole. Lena Rose Fleschner. Colby Ann Graves. Julie O'Sullivan Castle. Enrique Carlos Matos Hernandez. Devin Chloe Elizabeth McArg. Alice Jewel Miller. Annalise Storts Nichols. Saint Ibrahim Qureshi. Elsie Jane Tony.
Nancy Esmeralda Villatoro Marroquín. Carla Marie Abarca Cárdenas. Jordi Alexander Abarca García. Alana Janice Edelman. Amaya Hayhart. Sanai Sakura Allen. Kayla Elishan Alemán Amaya. Caitlin Lilibeth Alemán Troches. Etsi Abera Alemu. Jennifer Alfaro Reyes. Jonathan Alexander Alvarado. Ulises Aldair Alvarado. Melanie Ariana Amaya. Vanessa Amaya Cruz. Cristal Alejandra Amaya López. Jason Steven Amaya Ochoa. Granville Hill Anderson. Julia May Anderson. Maya Birdecan Antonio. Anderson Antonio Arevalo Funes. Maru Bito Asmare.
Jeffrey Ayala Hernandez. Anya Rose Barzakowski. Sarah Berry. Sarai del Carmen Bautista. Jonathan Solomon Bele. Anthony Martin Beltran Ward. Stephanie Elizabeth Benavides Iglesias. Cody Brian Billedo. Ellen Noel Bluey. Daniel Bojorquez Pacheco. Jefte Absalon Bonilla Sanchez. Ian Padraig Brady. Nora Elizabeth Breidenball. Edward Alberto Hueso. Luke Turner Burks. London Burton. Morgan Denise Butler. Michael Alexis Caceres. Christopher Calderon Rafael. Pablo Anthony Calderon.
Caroline Michelle Calzadilla Tepas. Pauline Nemi Sorsornas Canubas. Christopher Abdiel Carrillo. Jean-Pierre Sebastián Castro Saico. Jennifer Cedillo. Jabari Shin. Kieran Amado Shintajalu. Lauren Andao Shu. Ben August Cobbler. Bridget Elizabeth Coca. Joya Sofia Pascanan Coelho. Ruby Linlu Cohen. Julia Villanueva Concepcion. Rory Sue Copeland. Ariel Vladimir Cordero Larios. Brian Gerardo Coreas. Milo Edgardo Cotes. Daniel Ernesto Cruz. Steven Omar Cruz.
Ryan Alexander Cruz Munguía. Román Gabriel Lee Custodio. Nicolás Daluz. Lian Trung Dang. JC Nicole Morales Datu. Jasmine Liana Davis. Daniela Day. Natalia Isabel Day. Arnaldo Ishizuka da Silva, Jeffrey Davila, Jaden Alexandre de Made, Eder de Souza George Jr., Jesse del Cid, José Aldair del Cid, Tatiana Marie Delgado, Jada Rihanna del Valle Reyes, Ritza Decal, Devin Ariel Díaz, Liana María Díaz Peña, David Joshua Díaz Vázquez,
Kaylin Cherie Dickens, Bao the Din, Bridget Elizabeth Drain, Faith Ann Duhigg, Nathaniel Patrick Duhigg, Aiden Joseph Dwyer, Axel Rose Eagle, Bryce Session Edmonds, Maisie Isabel Elliott, Isaac Escobar, Vanessa Nicole Escobar, Derek Dominique Espinal Flores, Gisela Natalie Espinoza, Anton Valentin Facin, William Lee Faison, Sadika Fakirzada, Luisa Amalia Farol, Joff Rancher Espa Falonia, Leah Elias Feleque,
Heidi Julissa Fermán Arevalo, Gabriela Isabel Fernández Velázquez, Andy Joan Fernández Velázquez, Josephine Lux Fisher, Nevada Riz Fisher, Annie Sofía Flores, Bricia del Carmen Flores, Leslie Tatiana Flores Milian, Ryan Bright Fleur, Lauren Elizabeth Foster, Michaela Margaret Friedman, Darwin Ismael Fuentes, Jaylene Jamilet Fuentes Mondragón, Edward Josh Galio Vázquez, Rayson Mauricio García Quiñones, Grace Gedamki, Naomi Guerra, Giovanna Mercedes Gianpetroni, Ángel Gustavo Girón, Sophonius Abtamu Yusaw,
Campbell Emilia Golston, Ronnie Gomez, Alexis Alberto González, Angie Giselle González Constanza, Olivia Sarah Green, Elmer Ariel Guardado Goches, Jonathan Guerra, Javier Antonio Guerrero Vázquez, Jocelyn Elizabeth Guillén, Ariadna Gutiérrez López, Miriam Yamilet Guerra, Zaira Nicole Gutiérrez Ramos, Alejandro Julio Gutiérrez Ayauca, Luca Jerome Gottsviller, Harrison Pepper Harding, David Abebe, True Christian Royalty Victor Hawkins, Sadie Sue Haynes, Erika Daniela Hernández, Jason Hernández, Jaden Aymar Hernández, Amy Nicole Hernández Díaz, Abraham Armando López,
Elmer Osvaldo Hernandez Salanic, Diana Barani Hernandez Velasco, Ashley Madai Herrera, William Henry Herrera Perdomo, Jaime Daniel Herrera Lopez, Chloe Renee Hick, Graham Drake Hill, Layla Lynn Hill, Aldia Giselle Hoff, Zahir Billy Hollowell, Elias Asa Holtgrave, Etienne Huang, Devith Isaac, Janaya Helene Jackson, Caitlin Zahara Jackson, Omar Jakari Jackson, Shiley Talia Save James, Kayla Mariah May Jensen, Rama Nesreddin Jamal,
Yomar Manuel Jimenez, Ethan Corey Johnson, Sean Connor Johnson, Silas Hans Jurgens, Giselle Josephine Deborah Julienne, Jocelyn Lily Kay, Nathaniel Kenya, Sylvie May Kennedy, Vaughn Mael Kerr, Devi Kins Levinson, Ashby Saran Collis, Zoe Kim, Jeffrey Gorton Kittredge, Evelyn Aisha Kojama, Chloe Peyton Rosalie Coons, Kendall May Korba, Grace Kuwanka Shorn, Rachel Violet Kunitz, Delano Joseph Labrada, Esme Joel Lacument, David Laguna,
Michael Stephen Lanes, Christopher Jonathan Landa, Fernando Antonio Lau, Alisa Ann Lee, David Tam Min Lee, Daisy Guadalupe León, Leah Rose L'Esperance, January K. Litz, Elena Ramsher Limauro, Kylie Liu, John Jairo Lizárraga, Daniela Paola López, Michael Joseph López, Gustavo López Manzano, Lindsay Nicole López Aguirre, Samantha López Cañas, Jorge José López Gutiérrez, Justin Fernando López Silva, Finnegan Fox Lawrence, Mercedes Elisa Lorenzi, Nelson Miguel Lux Batz, Meklit Mulugeta Teixome, Sidi Amadou Cisse,
Nathan Chamberlain Quellu, Renee Indrupati, Charles Russell Cushmiter. Graham Benjamin Meeks. Oliver Marcus. Nicholas Saw. Henry Stephen Sandridge. Gavin Lienza Wijingsa. Jaden Maddox. Adrian Jeffrey Mallory. Zachary Cole Malushan. Paulina Mann. Brittany Itzel Manzano. Kiara Mora Manzano. Michael Felipe Manzanares Galindo. Annie Gabriela Manzano Martinez. Emily Hope Markid. Javier Alexander Marquina. Eileen Claire Martin. Olivia Martindale.
Cristian Alexander Martínez. Joel Antonio Martínez. Kevin Martínez Barrera. Brian Enoch Martínez Reyes. Jamie Melissa Martínez Cedillos. Sofía Hillary Martínez López. Iriani Martínez Torres. Lydia Malaku Maru. Rita Seramasamba. Kate Abigail Mason. Saint Amanyampong Masuku. Ashley Brianna Matamoros Santos. Aiden Tyler Mabin. Tony Najee Jabriel McHern. Taylor Olivia McGregor. Natalie Michelle Medrano. Deborah Mihar. Ella Rose Mayer. Jimmy Alexander Mejia. Rebecca McConan. Mia Melton. Anthony Maybin. Emmanuel Menas. Menashe.
Nigel Mendelson. Ricardo Giovanni Mendoza Márquez. Emily Joana Menéndez Díaz. Noah Ziv Mergi. Valerie Alma Merkowitz. Hannah Tirse Nebiyu Meshisha. Lori Mirtala Mesa. Cassidy Ann Miller. Nadia Amarelli Miranda Lutes. Bowden Luke Mitchell. Dana Denise Monroe. Lucia Montero. Ivan Giovanni Monterosa. Erin Elise Hacker Moore. Leslie Jasmine Morales. Macy Jane Morris. Morin. Quinn Mir. Joel Amanuel Musgun. Chanda Musonda. Brian Ademir Navarrete.
Eric Ndonke. Nelson Niunanye. Tan Hu Ngo. Jamila Nguyen. Ava Marie Nichols. Ndai Samuel Nija. Diego Ochoa Diaz. Ashton Rogers Oliver. Caitlin Nicole Ortiz. Marco Vincio Ortiz Hernandez. Alessandro Pacheco Duron. Jean-Pascal Paquette. Griffin Page Littleford. Aiden Rose Paley. Jessica Xiomara Brioso. Nathaniel Carlos Park. Hadley Jane Pavosky. Alexa Zulemia Paz.
Génesis Estela Pereira Vázquez. Cristian Eduardo Pérez. Soleil Kaya Pérez. Sylvie Rose Peterson. Saint Thomas Peterson. Rai Filmon Petros. Rafael Salvatore Roberto Piazza Grove. Brisot Getulio Picha Romero. Clara Eleanor Porter. Stephen Ryan Puente Cortez. Ryder Bishop Punga. Anthony Xavier Quintanilla Granados. Alexander Quintero Romero. Ethan Foster Rabb. Nathan Sebastián Ramírez. Ryan Armando Ramírez. Angel Daniela Ramos Arevalo. Diego Gerard Ramos Garcia. Thea Rana Sinha. Ferret Lee Rand. Edward Michael Ransom III. Josephine Catherine Razo. Emanuel Reina López.
Douglas Renderos Ramos. Manuela Reginfo Pineda. Jasmine Reyes. Miley Samantha Reyes. Eric Reyes Castro. Edwin Alexander Reyes Reyes. Cordell Jameson Rice. Wilson Carr Richie. Siana Letrobe Robert. Sergio David Rodas. Hailey Angelina Rodriguez. Judah Theophilus Livingston Roll. Alison Giselle Romero. William Gray Roskowski. Charlotte Ann Rude. Alexis Maria Ruiz. Alexander Vladimir Ruiz Medina. Merly Vanessa Ruiz. Summer Jane Russo. Marcel André Mateo Sanfirmi.
Daniela Salazar. Jeff Salazar. Josette Bell Salerno. Jet Micah Saligumba. Michelle Clara Salzman. Savannah Paula Sanchez. Alan Moises Sanchez Castro. Michael Santiago Salas Huff. Luis Angel Santos. Leslie Isabel Santos. Catherine Ariana Savaria Rivera. Finian James Adams Sorial. Claire V. Scanlon. Will Henry Schaefer Canner. Junardin Robert Sharma Holt. Eamon Wobushet Shawell. Angelique Giselle Sheffield. Aiko Kamara Anaya Shelton. Omid Sherzoy.
Stephanie Michelle Cibrian Argueta. Jamires Marco Sierra. Aiko Madeline Smith. RJ James Soderstrom. Mia Natalia Solórzano Arriaza. Johnny Emanuel Soriano. Andrew Jason Sinclair. Lucille Hope Stenger. Blaise Anthony Strandquist. Anna Adele Taft. Jasper Ruiz Matthews Taft. Lillian Rain Thuman. Shanley Tiarana Gama. Kaden Nguyen Tran. Kelly Tran. Tristan Nat Tran. Evan Tucker. Sydney Maxwell Turner. Alicia Donette Twitty. Andrea Lisette Ucles Mendez. Brian Enrique Ulloa Muñoz.
Caitlin Elizabeth Terry. Brian Yair Vargas Amaya. Ashley Giselle Vázquez Linares. Ellen Sofía Vargas. Jimmy Noé Vázquez Pineda. Alexander Adolfo Velázquez Rodríguez. Amanda Michelle Velasco. Leslie Giselle Vicente. Henry Rodrigo Villatoro Hernández. Jasmine Rosibel Villatoro Galeas. Jasmine Iveli Villegas. Adriana Denise Vincent. Angelina Weisberg Voidovic. Medvedey Daryl Fomtahi Dimitri. Ethan Dennis Walker. Nikayla Rose Ward. Natalia Valerie Watson. Alexandro Marin Wise. Alexander.
Jacob Aaron Wexler. Michaela Anais Williams. Bryn Wilson. Kyla Jade Winter. Luke Figuerella Womack. Robert Simon Woodward. Rebecca Jean Wright. Victoria Wynn. Brenda Carolina Yanez Amaya. Francisco Mario Yanez Santos. Vanessa Yifru. Hannah Yonathan. Jack Sisawath Young. Zachariah Tarek Zaibi. Jose Segovia. Julia Zavala Blanco. Estefany Jocelyn Zelaya Ramirez. Luis Mario Zepeda Dubon. Jackie Zhang. Last one, Buenzembuende Ezequias Zongrana.
that part. But this is a rose pen, I think. Rose pen ceremony.
What am I supposed to do?
You already did that.
Okay.
You did that already.
I just want to make sure.
So it's just Miss Beverly. Let's let her do the rose pen thing quick.
We got 4 minutes.
Do I wait till all the kids go back to their seats?
No, you do it now.
Good morning. Before we celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2026, we would like to recognize the people who helped make this moment possible. Each graduate was given a rose pin and invited to present it to someone who has played a significant role in their journey to graduation. A parent, family member, teacher, counselor, coach, mentor, friend, or loved one whose encouragement, guidance, and support helped them reach this important milestone. Graduates, your success is a reflection not only of your hard work, but also of the many people who believed in you along the way. At this time, I would like to ask everyone who has received a rose pin from a member of the class of 2026 to please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your countless ways you have supported our graduates. This celebration belongs to you as well.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rosemary Ocalesco, and it has been an honor to have served as your class president for the past 4 years. At this point in our ceremony, we will complete the time-honored tradition known as the turning of the tassel. We turn the tassel as a symbolic act. The tassel before graduation symbolizes your time as a student. When you move it to the other side, you are confirming your newfound graduate status. Can every member of the class of 2026 please stand? Are you ready? Are you sure? When we entered this arena today, we were students of Albert Einstein High School. Now, seniors, with your tassel in your hand, please turn it to the other side of your cap. We are no longer students, but graduates of Albert Einstein High School.